Hey guys, have you ever encountered the issue where you want to diagnose something that's happening to your engine as you turn the key to start, but you got to be in the cabin, don't you? Can't be looking at the engine unless you got someone that's happy to just stand there and look at it for you. There's going to be a problem. Well, today I'm going to solve that problem. I'm going to make a remote start button that I can hook up under the bonnet, so I can stand outside the cabin and see what's happening as the car turns over. So obviously, to do this, we're going to need a starter relay. So if you haven't already got one of those fitted, you're going to want to watch my other video that explains all about starting systems and how to fit a starting relay. If you have got one, well, she's apples, you're ready to go. So I've got all my ingredients here ready. I've got a wicked recipe, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so here's my parts. Right. Now I like saving money where I can with my little projects, so I can put that money into important areas or more fun areas of my project. Right. So this is all stuff I've had lying around at home. This is some old speaker cabling, just 2 core figure 8 cabling. We're only going to be using this to operate the coil of a relay, so there's going to be bugger all current going through it, so that's going to be fine. I got this old momentary push button switch. Now this I saved off a LED light glow packet. When you go into the auto store, sometimes the LED lights have got a push button so you can test them. Well, this is that button. I saved it off the packet. I even saved the batteries inside the packet and I put them in my digital vernier. I've just got a female spade connector. That's to go on a relay. An alligator clip. That's going to be our clip to put on our positive terminal of the battery. And I've got just a piece of old AV cable conduit. Now this is the sort of thing you stick on the wall underneath your TV to tidy up all your cabling. So I'm going to be using that for our handle. So that's all the parts we're going to need. Let's get to it. So first of all I'm going to make a hole for the switch. I'm going to mount it in here so that I've got something to hold the remote starter with, and also so that all the cabling is inside so we can't get a short circuit or anything like that. So I have this double-sided adhesive tape. I'm just going to cut that off. I'm going to put the switch. And put a little pilot hole. He's ready to go in. Okay. Now what I also want to do is just put some holes on the other side of this just to secure the cabling so it can't be ripped out. Time for some soldering. So on one end of this we're going to have our switch. So that's our switch connected to our wiring. Now we can put our switch in here. There it is, don't even need to put the nut on the back, it's tight enough in the hole. Just grab a couple of zip ties now. Just to secure the wiring so it can't get tugged and broken. Like that. Another one at the bottom. That's our handpiece done. Okay. Now we're just going to put the terminals on the cable. Okay, so one of these we're going to have a female spade. That's to push onto our relay terminal. Like that. The other end, the other cable is for the alligator clip. Now what we're going to do with it is we're just going to tin it. Like that. And we're going to use it. I'm going to turn it into a ring. we're going to do is we're going to put it through the alligator clip. We make a ring terminal out of the end of it where we've tinned it. And screw it under this screw. Like that. So we've got our wire ends terminated, we've got a remote handle made, so let's stick it on the multimeter and give it a test. That's the sound we should hear when we push the button. Continuity. Hey, how cool is that? So in the car, instead of hearing the noise, we're going to hear the like that. Yeah, that's fierce. Let's try it out in the car. Alright, so it's just a matter now of plugging the female spade connector onto the positive side of the relay coil. And then our alligator clamp on the positive side of the battery. And we're ready to give it a whirl. So now that we've got our remote connected, all we need to do now is just disconnect the injectors so that they don't fire while it's cranking, so the car won't start, and we'll be able to crank till the cows come home. So we just need to put the key in and turn it to ignition, unplug the injectors, and we're ready to give it a go. Now obviously before we want to crank the motor over, we're going to need to take some safety precautions. So if your car's automatic, make sure it's in park with the handbrake on. If it's manual, make sure it's in neutral with the handbrake on. You don't want the car running away from you or running over people or running through your house while you're cranking it over and you're not in there to control it. So just be careful, use your head before you push the little red button. Alright, here we go. So I've got such a long lead, I can stand anywhere I want. I'm able to crank the car over and watch it as it's going. So I can stand here at the engine bay, watch it, stand at the back if I want, stand over here if I want. Hell, I can even sit in the car if I want to do it. So yeah, now it's no problem to observe what's going on while the engine's cranking over. Don't have to be in the car, don't need a friend, got it right here. So if we want to actually remote start the car, all we need to do is just plug the injectors back in and she'll fire straight up. Just like this. So yeah, now we've got a way to remotely start our car from outside. Enjoy. This is going to be very, very useful. Cool. See you guys.